feeling overwhelmed. But you're an entrepreneur. You can't just stop everything and expect someone else to pick up the slack. This business is your business. You need to learn to navigate overwhelm and move through it so that you can still be successful. I'm Stephanie Isabella. Welcome to my channel, all about creating a soul-aligned business. So glad that you're here. Don't forget to hit the little like and subscribe button so you can get notified of my next videos. And we are really going to dive into overwhelm today. We're going to break it up into a few different pieces. Step one, we need to tune in and actually understand what overwhelm means for us. Step two, we need some clear guidelines so we can recognize when we are feeling overwhelmed in our life, the behaviors and the actions. Step three, we need a tangible plan to actually deal with and navigate this overwhelm. And let's start by really understanding what overwhelm feels like in our bodies. And for all of us, it's different. So this is going to be something unique to you. I want you to tune in with your body the next time that you're feeling overwhelmed, which might be right now. Where do you feel it? Maybe it's a tightness in your stomach, a heaviness on your shoulders, a clenching, butterflies in your stomach, anxiety. What do you feel? When you can recognize how your body actually responds to this feeling, in the future, you will be able to recognize the feeling of overwhelm sooner and implement these plans and actions sooner so you avoid maybe any procrastination or paralyzation in the future, okay? So today we're recognizing what it really feels like. Then we want to recognize what actions come from when we're feeling overwhelmed. So for me, I feel paralyzed and I have a very hard time taking any sort of action when I feel overwhelmed. Maybe you're the same. Maybe you procrastinate. Maybe you just do the things you want to do. Maybe you're irritable, and that comes out in miscommunication with your team. I then want you to think of what actions do you have, or inactions, as my paralyzation, do you have as a result of your overwhelm, okay? So you've identified what the feelings feel like and you are identifying what actions happen. Now it's going to be a clearer roadmap for us to navigate overwhelm in the future because we understand how to recognize it sooner before it gets to a detrimental, overwhelming feeling. We can start to recognize it a bit sooner. So what do we actually do about it? How do we actually navigate overwhelm and move through it when we have this feeling of there's so much to do? Well, that's exactly it. Overwhelm is this feeling of there's so much to do. And it's this clutterness. It's this really jumbled mess of ideas going on that we need to make sense of and create a plan with. So today, if you are feeling overwhelmed today and it's creeping down the clock and you're thinking, I have so much to do, I just can't do any of it, take a breath. Today, you're going to give yourself grace. Unless you have things that are very time sensitive and must be done today, communicating with a client that must be done today, something like that, if it can wait until tomorrow, which likely is going to happen if you don't sort out your thoughts anyway, it waits till tomorrow. And today you give yourself grace and today you create a solid plan. Don't hear me wrong, creating a plan is no easy thing to do. It's going to take some really thoughtful action and some discipline to sit down, put pen to paper, and face these thoughts and face what's going on in your head. So you're going to do a brain dump to start with. Write everything down that's going on. Maybe you want to highlight the top 3 things that need to get done this week. Maybe you want to categorize things. A, must get done. B, must get done but isn't time sensitive. C, might get done, not necessary. D, I can delegate this to someone else. Make up your little categories and assign everything a value so you know what is a top priority and what maybe isn't. Checking the mail maybe isn't a top priority unless you're expecting a huge check, then that might be a top priority. So give everything a little value and assign it something that actually is going to make sense for you. Remember, today, this is your task. This is what you're doing when you're feeling overwhelmed. Now, after you have everything on paper, you're going to go and create a plan. So whether you're creating a calendar on Google Calendars and mapping out everything that you need to get done, whether you're using Trello, which is what I use to really create and organize my tasks, whether you're using pen to paper, whatever you're doing, create your schedule now. Create what needs to get done in a way that's going to work for you. All that other stuff, you're going to thank for being there, understand that it served a purpose at some point to enter your head, but you don't need it anymore. And you need that energy to focus on the things that matter to you. That's what this process is about. Distinguishing between what is important to you and what is moving you towards your goals and what is helping your business thrive and what is fluff and stuff that you can really just get rid of. That's what this brain dump activity does for you. And then you schedule it out, plan it out so that tomorrow, the next day, the day after, when you wake up, you're not crushed with that feeling of overwhelm. You don't recognize that tightness in your stomach or heaviness on your shoulders. Whatever you identified at the beginning of this video, you don't recognize that tomorrow. That is the goal. Because when you are able to declutter your mind and clear your thoughts and create an organized plan, you can wake up tomorrow feeling confident and able that you can do these things. And that's the ultimate goal, my friend, because you have a business to run. You do not have time to feel overwhelmed all day. If you liked this video and if you want to catch more, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. And I would love for you to leave a comment if you've done anything like this before, if you've struggled with anything like this before. I would love to hear from you. Have a good day.